to another series on digestion and digestive system. 31. Which of the following will be first digested if ingested at the same time? What will first experience digestion is definitely cooked rice, option B. Next, the diagram. Which of the structure is the molar? This diagram here, 32 is option A. This one I be molar. 33. What is the function of 3? This one is for tearing, option D. It's for tearing. It's for tearing. Do not forget, it's for tearing. I want us to write down these teeth here. This one is canine. This one is the incisors. This one is the premolar, and this one is the molar. So canine, incisors, premolar, and molar. So the function of 3, which is the canine, is for tearing, option D. 34. The pancreatic juice contains the enzyme amylopsin and it contains the enzymes amylopsins and strypsin and trypsinogen, option C. 34 is option C. 35. The organ which secretes digestive enzymes as well as hormone is the pancreas, option C. 36. The veal is in the small intestine is significant because it helps to do what? 36. The veal, V-I-L-L-I, they are finger-like projections. They help to increase the surface area for better absorption of nutrients. 36 is option A. Increase the surface area for absorption. You see, it's simple. 37. In the digestive system, absorption of nutrients into the blood takes place in the part labeled. Diagram is not the best of it, but let's try to scrabble through it. 37, supposed to be the small intestine. 37 is 3, this place. 37 is C. 38, the gland which produces trypsin, amylopsin, and lipase is labeled as. 38 is the pancreas. So, and the pancreas is found in the duodenal loop. So 38 is let me see here. Pancreas is found here. Option 4, which is option B. 39. One of the accessory organs of the digestive system is, remember I made mention of accessory organs previously. 39 is option C, the liver. 40, meaning supporting. It's not the main one, but it is supporting. The crown of the mammalian tooth is covered with the enamel. 40 is option D. Right, enamel is a non-living material that caps and covers the dentine of the crown and the pulp cavity. Next part, also right, the enamel, A-N-A-M-E-L, is the hardest part of the tooth. Next, the pulp cavity is the living component of the tooth. Next, right, the 3 part of the tooth contains the crown, which is above the gum, G-U-M. Next, the neck, which is at the level of the gum, and lastly, the root, which is below the gum. Next, I want us to write the dentine, D-E-N-T-I-N-E. The dentine is capped by the enamel, which is at the crown region, while the cement, which is at the root region. Next, right, the cement is surrounded by periodontal membrane. Periodontal is P-E-R-I-O-D-O-N-T-A-L, periodontal membrane, that fixes the tooth to the jaw. Also, go down and write types of tooth. 1. Closed tooth. Closed tooth are tooth with opening into the pulp cavity that is just wide enough to keep the tooth alive, but not enough to allow the tooth to grow. Next, open tooth. Open tooth is tooth with wide and sufficient amount of blood into the pulp cavity. This keeps the tooth to continuously grow. Next, open tooth is common in animals whose teeth are subject to wear and tear. Example, rabbit. Rabbit, they always grow teeth. Like the teeth, they grow long. So rabbit. Good, because the teeth, they wear and tear. The top of the teeth, the enamel they decrease. That white part, as they decrease, the more they grow. So maybe the teeth, they become longer. So 41, so we've gotten our 40. We say the crown of the mammalian tooth is covered with the enamel, option D. 41. Which enzymes are contained in the pancreatic juice? The enzyme contained in pancreatic juice, we've touched it. Amylase Aminase, lipase, and trypsin, we don't touch them before. 41 are D. Go back and check. 42, figure above, and 43, they didn't give us any figure. So we'll move to 43. The lower jaw is typical of, that's part of it. The end product of digestion of fat and oil are fatty acid and glycerin. 44 is option D. Fatty acid and glycerin. Fatty acid and glycerin. 45, the dental formula. Okay, we're given the dental formula here. Incisors is 3. 1, 4, 3. This one looks like that of a dog. 45 is D, that of a dog. 46, the activities of ptyalin is likely to decrease with the increase in the concentration of an acid. Option D. 46 is D. Remember, ptyalin are the one we carry pH, alkaline pH. So the function would decrease, the activity would decrease when it encounters more acid. 46 is option D. 47, the part of the stomach nearer the gullet is called, the part of the stomach nearer the gullet is the option B, cardiac sphincter. Cardiac sphincter, now they call this in sphincter. 48, the diagram, we use the diagram. Use the diagram below to answer question 48 and 49. The part that is similar to bones is called eye, Roman figure I, the enamel. The enamel. 48, right? 48, wait, no, 48. No, this one is the one similar to the bone. The 48. Actually, the dentine and the cement are bone-like, not the enamel. 48 is option C. I. This place contains the dentine and the cement. 49. The part labeled I and II constitute the I and II. That's 49. First, let's write this I here na enamel, this II na dentine, this III they call it the gum. Then this IV they call it the pulp cavity or the chamber. So 49 is option A, the crown. The both of them constitute the crown. 50. You could see it's not hard. Simple. 50. The group of insects that have mouth part adapted for both piercing and sucking is mosquito, testefly, and aphids. 50 is option C. 51. The enzyme invertase will hydrolyze sucrose to give you, whenever you hydrolyze sucrose, you get GF, glucose, and your GF, your girlfriend, glucose and fructose. So sucrose give you glucose and fructose. Option C. 652. The carnation teeth of a carnivorous animal consists of loop phyllomo. Don't forget, lower, upper, loop, L-U-P, phyllomo. So 52 is last upper premolar and first lower molar. 52 is option A. Last upper premolar and first lower molar. Option A. 52 is option A. I've given this before. Loop, L-U-P, then phyllomo is a code you could use to remember it. Loop phyllomo. 53. Examples of organisms in which extracellular digestion occur are rhizopus, housefly, and hydra. These things, they will not feed inside their body. They'll first bring out enzymes to help them digest the food, then they will just suck it in, like housefly does. 53 is option D. Although hydra will take its own inside, but see here it is still exterior, it's still external digestion. 54. The organ located within the duodenal loop in the mammal is 54 is the pancreas. Option B. 55. The part of the mammalian digestive system where absorption of nutrient takes place is 55 is option A, ileum. Don't forget to 56. An insect with a mandibulate mouthpart will obtain its food by 56 is option A, biting and chewing. 57. The gallbladder of a mammal has a duct connected to the option B, duodenum. 58. The breakdown of fat and oil into simpler absorbable compounds is catalyzed by the group of enzymes called 58 is option A, lipase. 59. Rodents gnaw on food with their 59 is option D, chisel-like front teeth. 60. The part labeled IV. They ask this question a lot. This question where they bring this diagram. They ask it a lot. The part labeled IV is what? That's 60. 60 is option D, the duodenum. The bile is stored in the part labeled III. The bile. Let's take this down. II, this one I they call the gallbladder. This one I they call the liver. III I they call the pancreas. So see this one and the duodenum. IV is the duodenum. Go draw and label it to help. 61 is option B, II. Remember, the bile is stored in the gallbladder. II. Pancreas, 62. The pancreas secretes enzyme for digestion of. 62 is option A, fat, protein, and carbohydrate. All of them. 63. The order of passage of food into the digestive system is how? What's the order of passage? 63. 63. Let me see. Ileum, cecum, large intestine, and rectum. 63 is option A. 63 is option A. Let's keep it there. 64. These questions are up to 70 plus or so. That's good. More questions to practice. I'm happy. 64. In the alimentary system of a bird, the function of the teeth is carried out by the gizzard. Option C. The birds, they don't get teeth. So they take grind their food. They call them the gizzard. Sometimes you kill fowl. You go see that part where you now cut in between, come out the sand. Some stones they there, and the gizzard be that. Gizzard. 46 is option. 64 is option C. 65. Chewing the cud is an adaptation peculiar to. Now somebody is you'll be. Now you are supposed to pick D or A. You pick D. Ruminant animals. Right. Ruminant animals are animals with 4-chambered stomach. Chamber 1 is called the rumen or the pouch. PAUNCH. Chamber 2 is called the reticulum or the honeycomb bag. Honeycomb bag is HONEYCOMB, then bag. Next, omasum. OMASUM is called the soterium. Soterium is PSALTERIUM. And lastly, abomasum is called the reed. REED. Next, right. The rumen temporarily stores the undigested food, where bacteria digest the cellulose there. Bacteria helps digest the cellulose there. Next, the cud are formed, CUD are formed at the reticulum. Then lastly, the abomasum is the true stomach of ruminant animals. Example of ruminant animals, goats. If you don't rear goat before, in the night, when you go lie down somewhere, go see and go to chew mouth, Now the grass will be eat earlier that day, or the other day, now they bring out, they chew back again. So 65 is option D. 66 and 67, they ask this question a lot of times. A lot. Do not forget this I na the liver. Don't forget to you don't already know. This one you don't already know. Stomach. So let's go. This one duodenum. Mosi. So emulsification of fat takes place in the. Where does emulsification of fat takes place in? Option D. IV. Siam. Duodenum. Do not forget the bile will be released from this place. II will be released from the gallbladder. Then emulsification will take place in the duodenum, which is the IV. So 66 is option D. 67. The content of the part labeled III is what? III. The stomach is acidic in nature. Don't forget, the stomach is acidic, and we said it is likely to be hydrochloric acid. This acid will help to stop the function of the saliva, which is pH in nature, is basic, and also to help to kill bacteria. And they also provide gastric. The acid also helps to provide acidic pH for the function of gastric enzymes. Don't forget the enzymes there. The gastric enzymes are also acidic in nature. I gave that note earlier in the previous video. 68. The part of the alimentary system of a bird where food is ground into small particles is called the gizzard. We'll go check them from here whether they give us. Soon finish the gizzard, option D. So this one ends for 75. Questions ends at 75. Let's complete it. 69. The part of the human gut where acidic content is found is the stomach, option D. Don't forget them. 70. The conversion of nutrients into a molecule in the body of a consumer is referred to as conversion of it. Is referred to as assimilation. First, let's write Ingestion equals digestion equals absorption equals circulation equals assimilation. So when they actually convert it into a molecule, it's called assimilation. 70 is D. Use the information below to answer questions 67 and 68. I think that's a mistake somewhere. I think to answer 71 and 72 actually. In which of the test tube will glucose be detected? Test tube 1 contains sugarcane and water. Glucose. Test tube 2 contains sugarcane and dilute acid. Test tube contains sugarcane and degrading enzymes. 71 is you get I and I. The one that contains dilute acid and the one that contains enzymes. Then 72, the enzyme involved in hydrolysis is called, the enzyme involved in hydrolysis 72 is option A, sucrase. Sucrase is the enzyme involved in hydrolysis of sugarcane. 72 is option A. 73, an example of filter feeding animal is, 73 is the whale, right? Whales, oysters is oyster, copperpelt, copepods, and flamingos are examples of filter feeders. While the larva of the mosquito is a filter feeder, but the adult of the mosquito is not a filter feeder. 74. The function of hydrochloric acid produced in the human stomach during digestion is, 74 is option C. It stops the action of ptyalin. 74. Stop the actions of ptyalin. Stops the action of ptyalin. You still have more question. The function of the hydrochloric acid, stop the actions of ptyalin. Stop option C. 74 is option C. 75. The process in which complex substances are broken down into simpler ones is called catabolism. 75 is option A. Anabolism is the building up of complex substance. Is the building up of simple substance into complex one. While catabolism is the breaking down of complex substance into simpler ones. So 75 is option A. 76. The enzyme that is present in the saliva is ptyalin. 76 is option C. Then the last question we are having today is 77 here. The dental formula above is wetin no get canine is definitely an herbivore. 77, Siam, canine is 00. Is definitely an herbivore. 70 is option D. If you've gotten to this point, well done. Hope you've been able to jot down some point. I would like you to snap that and send to us on the WhatsApp group. If you're not part of the WhatsApp group, I'll leave the link to the WhatsApp group in the description box. And also be notified that we run a paid class. A paid class. If you would like to be part of the class, click on the description box. You're going to see a link there that will direct you to me on WhatsApp. Then we'll chat. Then you enroll for the class. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Please note, if you have questions as regards any of the question here that you don't understand, you could also drop it on the WhatsApp group. I'll be there to give corrections to you and make more explanations. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and also leave a like. Bye bye now.